friends, and welcome to day 2 of HoliVlog. We're here for some tiny presents, and I have my Baja mug here. I'm not going to eat the chocolate on camera at this point. I'll just tell you what the flavors are because it just takes too much time. So today's flavor was Chalky Scoffy, which is like a sort of butterscotchy kind of toffee flavor. So it's got the really silky chocolate of the truffle and then a little bit of like crunchy toffee mixed in there. So that's really, really nice. And I think this is a Mexican hot cocoa. Yeah, so it's got a little bit of like cinnamon, maybe some nutmeg or something in there. So that's pretty tasty. So I told you all that I have this knockoff Lego building block advent. So I showed you the little baggie of pieces yesterday. I have put that together today. So here is our little piece for today. The interesting thing to me is that it the bag came with these pieces, which look like the pieces that go on the outer edges of the little planter thing that these are all going to sit in. There's a couple more white pieces here that seem to go along with that. So there, a couple extra pieces here. None of these are in the instructions for this particular day. So it didn't have me do anything with these. This was the plant. So I guess I'm supposed to hold on to these until later. I don't really know. I guess we'll find out. So I'm just going to keep the extras in the box. I'm going to keep the little plant in the box for today and put the instructions. So evidently there's a couple of variations of the box. So this is what I actually put together. And this is instructions for a different box, I guess. So the company, I guess, makes the printing easier on themselves. Wow, my brain just keeps spacing out. So that is day 1. Tomorrow we have, let's see, this variation. So tomorrow I will show you that one. Now let's get into the tiny presents. So I'm gonna try to do things in the correct order this time. So we're gonna open up the Evertote first. So, and I'll just show y'all. I have the tiny presents. I have the tray of tiny presents, so we don't have to go digging in the boxes for all of the presents because that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and it's just a lot. So I did actually start work on the Evertote. Let me see. I've got the Nordic holiday countdown. I started work on the first part of this yesterday. I didn't take the stitching off the stand to bring it over here, but at the very least I will give y'all a weekly update on the crafts that I'm doing along with the countdowns. I'm hoping to cast on the perennial scarf, I think is what it is. Shawl scarf. Pretty sure it's a scarf because it's only like 18 inches wide, 12 inches wide, something like that. So it's going to be narrowish. But I'm hoping to cast that on like very, very soon. Hopefully when I get done filming today, maybe. So hopefully next time I will show you, sometime later this week, I will show you the work that I have done on the Nordic Holiday Countdown. So here is today's. And let's see. Yesterday was about 200 stitches. Today looks to be slightly less. I'm not mad about it. Interesting. Oh, I didn't pour out okay, there should be a floss that goes with this too. It also says, head over to the Modern Folk Embroidery YouTube channel as I'll take you on a trip to Sweden to talk about one of my favorite museums in the world. Which I'm assuming is going to have to do with this Nordic skiff image here, or maybe this is the museum in the back. I'll have to check that out from Jacob. So that is day 2. Where's our floss? I know the floss is in here. Oh, okay. I just didn't go far enough to take it out. This is interesting. This is not the color that I thought would be next. I was thinking kind of a blue, but that is really nice. This color is called First Frost, which is interesting because it's kind of a greeny kind of color, a very, very pale green, kind of a sage sort of color. Interesting to go along with yesterday's red. So we'll see how that goes. So that is for the cross-stitching one. Let me see. Now we're going to go into Asylum Fibers. This is the only one that I have to pull out each and every day because of how it is set up. And I was watching Jazz's, the knitting nurse, Jasmine's first day of HoliVlog or Flossmas. I think Jazz is calling theirs Flossmas. And they talked about how usually they like to have the yarn hang out so you can see all the different colors, which I do as well. But Jazz made a really good point about the fact that it gets fuzzy because of the cats. So I think I might keep them tucked in, or I might actually start pulling them out each day, and putting them on a string like I have done with pretty much all of my other advents, because it makes it easier to show you all of the colors together at some point. So I may do that. But let's see what today holds for Asylum Fibers. Ooh. So this looks like another pink. I say that like it's a bad thing. Ooh. Ooh. It's more than just another pink. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. So it's a very pale pink mixed with that kind of brighter, more saturated pink from yesterday. And the light in here is making it difficult. I played with the lighting just a little bit before I got on. No, ma'am. No. Luna has decided to try to enter the chat, and there's not space here. So I tried to set up the lighting so that the colors would be a little bit truer. It didn't work really well. So we've got some purple speckles in there, a little bit of lavender, got the two-tone pinks. It's coming off real white, but it's I promise there's more color. There's more color there. You can always check out Jasmine's channel and the oops. I accidentally got a peek of tomorrow's. Check out Jasmine's channel and their video, because they also got this particular advent and the colors will be truer. I'm just letting you know that. But that is shaping up to be nice. So we don't have the 2 weekly advents until end of the week. So today we only have 6 more. Only 6. Let's see if I can remember them just by the sight of their packages. So this is going to be immediately tripped up. I'm immediately tripped up. This is Castle View. I'm trying to... Okay, yes, this is Castle View. So this is the Greatest Show, is the theme for this one. Yesterday was a really gorgeous red. So let's see what we have today. Ooh, it's a darker red. So that's going to be very nice. And probably now Luna is scratching on things because she's annoyed that I won't let her on the desk. Probably what I will do too at the end of the week, probably the same time that I do the full skein videos, I'll show you the strings of the yarns together so that you can see all of the current colors. So that is number 3 for number 2 for Castleview yarn. We're not on day 3 yet. We're only on day 2. Let's not rush through this. So day 2 of Castleview. That is a really gorgeous red. I like how the camera picks up these really dark reds because you can see all the different, you can see the depth of the color a little bit better. It's not true to color, but you can see just how many different shades of that color are in there. Beautiful tonals. So that is Castleview. And next we have Fiber Fox. And I'm telling y'all, I really love the color. I love the way that the yak base dyes up. I don't so much love the smell of a yak base yarn, just FYI. And these are turning out to be paler than I had expected. I didn't think these would turn out so pale. So this is actually the Witching Hour is the theme of this one, which, thank you, Jazz. If I hadn't watched Jazz's video, I wouldn't have remembered that this was called the Witching Hour. I feel like I'm missing some things because I didn't buy the project bag for this box. But Jazz also got a card, I think, and some stitch markers, and I didn't get those. So I don't know if my box was just missing those or what was going on. But anyway, so here is day two's color for Fiber Fox. Like I said, these are a lot paler and subtler, much more pastel than I had expected this to be. I was thinking it was going to be a much more, um, hopefully my camera didn't, I saw it doing something weird. Hopefully the video is okay right there. Let's see, where are we? At 10 minutes. I'm going to check at 10 minutes to make sure that that's okay. But yeah, so it's turning out to be more pale and pastel than I had expected, which, you know, I don't dislike. I'm just kind of surprised. So this one is similar to yesterday's, but we have a little bit more color. The speckles are a little bit darker red, I think, compared to yesterday's. So that's Fiber Fox for today. I would also highly suggest going over to Jazz's channel just for the fiber content talk, because Jazz does a really good job of remembering the different fiber contents of the different advents and kind of talking about what kind of projects would be good or wouldn't be good for that and that sort of thing, which I think is fantastic. Definitely helpful information. This is the All of Time and Space from Folk Yarn Studio. And I'm sorry, Megan, that yours is stuck in transit. I hope yours gets to you quickly. So let us first, I'm going to pull the card out without looking at it. Let's look at the, ooh. There's no point in being grown up if you can't be childish sometimes. I feel like that's a, is he the 12th Doctor, Capaldi? I feel like that's a Capaldi Doctor quote. That feels like a Capaldi Doctor to me, but I could be wrong. And here is the color. So again, pretty similar to yesterday's. A lot of these, I think, we're not going to really see how different the skeins are until I start putting them together and we can see them next to each other, because we'll see the progression, but individually they look very similar. This one is leaning more towards the purple lavender, I think, than yesterday's, but I'm here for it. It's gorgeous. I'm loving it. So that is All of Time and Space, the Doctor Who theme. And now we have 80s vibe versus 90s party, which I'm super excited about. I do have the sheet here that has the names, so we're going to look at the color and then we're going to see what the dyer has named it. Also, quick update. This is not a black dyer. This is not a black-owned business, unfortunately. I think Jazz and I must have gotten confused about which dyer was which. So that is unfortunate, but still, I think it's going to be exciting. I will definitely make a bigger effort to find black dyers next year who are doing advents, and support more black dyers and POCs and AAPI dyers. This is a really pretty color. So let's see. What do I think? Is this 80s, 90s? This looks very Lisa Frank to me, is what that's reading. Let's see what it actually is. Oh, it's hacky sack. So this is hacky sack, which is interesting. The light is really blowing everything out, and I don't really know. I guess you can see it a little bit better if I hold it closer to me. But we've got all kinds of neon pops in there, all kinds of neon speckles, some really pretty neon purple, yellow, green, blue, like all the things. So that is hacky sack. This yarn is really soft too. It's squishy. Squishy, squishy. I like the squishy yarns. Let's see. And also update on this one. So this is a black dyer. This is a black-owned business, a black queer-owned business. So make sure that you are supporting KN Yarns by the Knitting Nurse. This advent is called Glorious Gastropods. I completely forgot the name of the advent. So because it is snails and slugs, it is Glorious Gastropods, and I'm so here for it. I'm very, very excited. Oh. And I tied these up because they were trying to peek. They're trying to give me sneak peeks that I did not want. So I tied them up. So I'm struggling now. Let's see. Ooh, is that brown? Is it purple? Let's see. It looks kind of like dark purple. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, it's like a dark plum maroon kind of color. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And this is a beautiful squishy yarn also. I really loved it. Jazz talked about why they picked this base in their first day of Vlogmas as well. So definitely check it out. If you got this Advent as well, you'll want to check that out so that you know all the things behind the scenes. So let's see what glorious gastropod this is. The Pacific Sideband Snail. So that is awesome. Look at that. That's fantastic. And this variegation, you can see the same sort of like color shift in the snail's shell there. Look at that. That's so cool. Very pretty. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Like it, like it, like it. And apparently Jazz already has like a project in mind for this, I think. So I'm curious to see what Jazz is going to do with these yarns. Okay, so glorious gastropods. And last but not least, the Rainbow Kingdom from Pink Queen Yarns. I will say, as I was getting things a little bit more organized, it looks like Pink Queen Yarns accidentally left number 14 out. So I'll have to contact them and see if they can send me a number 14, or maybe there just won't be a number 14. I don't know. There was an extra package that didn't have a number on it. However, I'm still one skein short because it should be 24 mini skeins and a large skein. So anyway, so day 14 is going to be interesting. But this is day 2 of Pink Queen Yarns. Yesterday's green was really gorgeous. So let's see. It's hard to open these. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're definitely moving through greens here. That's quite a shift. Yesterday was a very earthy kind of green. Very natural, very demure. This is not. That's a straight up neon green, y'all. That's going to be interesting. That's not what I expected. But here we go into the Rainbow Kingdom with Pink Queen Yarns. That's really interesting. Okay, folks. Well, that is all I have for you today. So today will be a lot shorter. So these will be a little bit more digestible on a daily basis, which is good. Because as much as I love making hour-long content for you, I don't have an hour every single day to make videos for you. So I'm very glad that we can condense this down just a little bit. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed opening the tiny packages with me. I hope that if you have tiny packages, you're enjoying them and that you're having the best of everything that's available to you this season, regardless, or not regardless, but whatever holidays you're celebrating, whatever holidays you're just trying to make it through. I hope you're having the best of everything that's available to you, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.